Hey guys, so one of the ways in which you can generate money is by creating a podcast. And creating a podcast is super easy. It is one of the easiest things you can do because you only need your smartphone and your voice and just an idea or a topic that you like talking about or discussing with other people so that you can record episodes about it and then share it with the world. Now, you can also, and this is very typical of podcasts as well, you can also invite guests for interviews or have other people in which you're actually having a conversation with, and you can record that using different tools such as Zoom, etc., to record the audio and then upload it to your podcast so that other people can listen to it. Now, there are a ton, literally a ton of different podcasting applications out there. And I'm going to show you later in other parts or in other parts of this series of different courses, different applications to use to generate and create a podcast, which you can use to create more money as well. But in this particular example, in this particular scenario, I'm going to share my favorite application and the one I personally use to create my own podcast, which is Anchor. And the reason why I ended up picking Anchor after looking at many different options that are out there to host your podcast and to create your podcast is because this one was the one that I found that was the most user-friendly, easy to use, simple, that required no technical knowledge, no upfront payment, and no ongoing monthly payments or subscriptions. Anchor is free. You can actually set up an account for free and you don't have to pay for their hosting or you don't have to pay to set up your podcast or monthly fees or anything like that. That's why it says here, everything you need 100% free. And I can attest to that is real. You don't have to pay anything to use Anchor. Now, the other really cool thing about Anchor is that it provides pretty much all the different things that you need to record and to create your podcast. And one of the things that I want to highlight here is the word monetize. So monetize means generating money from your podcast, and Anchor allows you to do just that. And later in another lecture, I'm going to show you some real world examples of how different people are making money with podcasting. And obviously, Anchor is not the only channel or tool which you can use for podcasting, like I said before, but this is just one of the examples I want to share in this part of the course. Now, regardless of which application you end up using, the point is people are actually making money with podcasts, and sometimes people don't think that it's actually happening, and they think that, people are just recording their voice and audio just for the sake of doing it or because they're passionate about it. And yeah, I'm not saying that's not true, but there is also a business side to this, and there are a lot of people actually making money from their podcast, and you can too if you want to do it. Okay, so this is one of those examples, so I definitely encourage you to explore. The URL is anchor.fm. That's right, not anchor.com. That's anchor.fm, and that's ANCHOR.fm. Or you can just Google it, Anchor, and then I'm sure it'll come up there in the search results, and you can just go here. As you can see here on the website of Anchor, you can see how to get paid to podcast and different things that are available with Anchor. And if you go here to read more, you can get more information about how you can get paid to podcast, how you can get and make more money from your podcast. Okay. So I definitely encourage you to explore this option. Is one of the many ways in which you can generate more money from your podcasting and from you creating a podcast. All right. So like I said, super easy. All you need is your smartphone, your voice, and a topic to talk about. And that's how you can start creating your podcast. Now, obviously, you're not going to start generating money from the get-go with a podcast because you first need to build an audience, and then you need to have listeners and need to have people regularly listening to you. And if you're wondering how you get money from your podcast, well, it's very simple. When you create a podcast and you have a build up in an audience that is, I guess, big enough where people are regularly listening to what you are creating, then people want to advertise with you. And through the advertisements, you make money as people are listening to your podcast, or you might get paid to promote a product. Some people get paid to promote a product in their podcast and talk about it. And those are just some of the examples in which you can create money by podcasting. In other scenarios, some people, get hired to podcast and stuff like that and also make money. So This is one of the tools that I recommend, and I'm not going to go through all of this in detail. I just wanted to show you in this part of the course that podcasting is one way for you to make money, and Anchor is one of the tools that you can use to make money via podcasting. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.